in Qing Dynasty, imperial maids were from the three upper banners Baoyi family. The girls from those families must join the interior ministry imperial election. If not, they were not allowed to marry. Because Baoyi was just a status, some Baoyi girls' father worked in the government, so those girls were well educated. They worked for the royal family because they must to, not because they should earn money and support their families. The relationship between maids and the royal family was more like employee and employer. Qing imperial maids just worked for royal family. Theoretically, imperial women were not allowed to punish or kill the maids without proper reasons. If nothing happened, the maids could leave the Forbidden City at 25 years old. If the emperor slept with the maid, usually he gave the maid a lower rank concubine title, then promoted her according to his favor. If maids made some mistakes, they could leave the Forbidden City early, but this really hurt their reputations and made their future lives become extremely difficult. There were not detailed rules about what was the mistakes, so everything could be the mistake. For example, in the Emperor Daoguang's time, two maids were kicked out of the Forbidden City because they argued loudly. Other situation that maids could leave the Forbidden City early was sickness. When maids were seriously sick, they should leave early, and usually no chance to come back. In Ming Dynasty, things were different. Generally, Ming imperial maids were from very poor family. They worked for royal family because they must earn money to support their families. After they came into the imperial palace, they became the emperor's women. So, generally, they couldn't leave the Forbidden City until they passed away. If the emperor slept with the maid, there wasn't guarantee that she could get a formal title. For example, the Emperor Wan Li slept with a maid, Wang Shi, but at the beginning he didn't mention it to anyone until Wang Shi was pregnant. Under the pressure of the emperor's daughter, Wan Li had to give her a formal title. In Ming Dynasty, the maids were more like slaves. The imperial women could freely punish, beaten, or killed them. For example, Ming Xianzhong's imperial noble consort Wan died because of heart attack. At that time, she was beating her maid. When human sacrifice wasn't stopped, all maids who slept with the emperor should be sacrificed for the emperor. In Ming Dynasty, when maids were seriously sick, they couldn't get treatment from doctors. Those maids took some medicine and moved to Nei Leantang, where also was the place that the old maids lived after they retired. After death, some high-level maids could be buried in tomb. Most maids' bodies were burned, and ashes were dumped into a special well. In the Emperor Jiajing's time, a noble concubine brought some land for burying maids. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon.